Mac. PMC, Becca too. I know y'all are right now going, see, it does make you confused, but remember, I'm not saying we know how to do it. I'm saying you're supposed to wrestle with it because y'all are so creative. You know damn well that if PMC, Mac, or Becca, any of y'all sit there and scratch your head struggling with how to best represent self, you will come up with stuff because my thing is I believe in you guys. You're that creative. Right. You just have to be reminded of what the issues are.
All day,
can you imagine? Mac can handle this, right?
Right.
Mac is actually one of the best people. He can do a comedic whole thing regarding his videos that he's doing.
Oh.
What happens is he has to now stop and be the PR person.
Right.
And really step back a minute and say, okay, how am I best to promote me? But Mac, you do have to stop and pay attention to detail. I can only tell you, we learn too. Your choice of words is important.
Oh, absolutely.
The words do not mean what you think they mean.
Right.
And you have to pay attention and sometimes search.
Right.
And just like Becca, if you're going to do your book and product, you have to think of which terms to use to apply to describe that. And then go look online and see if the word means to you.
Right.
Because Vic, are we constantly telling people about words?
Right.
That word does not mean that.
Right. Everybody
You're using it like that, but it does not mean that.
Well, I used to have this issue myself, where I said, I have all the thoughts in my head. This is not Mac. This is none of you guys. This is just me. I had all the thoughts in my head. And as far as I'm concerned, when I put it down, the little bit of thought that I had on paper, you would understand it. This is why, because I feel it. Then I realized I had an example that happened from Mac. Somebody said, oh, man, Sarbonne in France? I said, yeah. They said, so what kind of steak is that? I said, yeah, I understand. Just Sarbonne. He said, sound like a steak to me. I said, I got it. Mac, you're in an elite group. I said, no matter what you say, it's funny when you take certain things that you've been exposed to and learned and realize the general public at large is less informal and kind of passed on with the information of what you're experiencing. You almost have to do it in simplistic terms. That's why newspaper publications will write at what grade level, Mario?
Third.
See, they can't.
Most people are writing about the third grade level.
Right.
No, Mac. Hey, Mac, I didn't say I had answers. I just said I had questions. I'm just saying because remember, okay, Mac, see, if we were to sit here and have the discussion, I would say, Mac's asking about iClone again.
Right.
But, Mac, I would say, Mac, what is your purpose? Isn't your purpose more to bring people to iClone who've never heard of it as opposed to going to people who know iClone? So, therefore, that's why the name doesn't have the same value.
Well, it's where you actually are putting the content. In other words,
Right.
I know my Facebook group, for example. I'll use them because there's all types of groups. If I put streaming stuff in my Facebook page, my group, my friends, all of them don't give a flying fuck about streaming.
Yeah, they don't
so
care.
if I go to a place where there are groups, say at LinkedIn or other places, where I can identify those groups, then I can go take that information and they will understand it and welcome it. So it's a two-way thing. It's where you put your information. Understand, if you're not getting people responding in your post to where you are, it may not be that your posts are incorrect. It may be that you're targeting a group that don't give a flying freak about it because they're not that group. So you end up going, well, streaming media. Mario and I sit there and say, how often does the people we're around say that title? Do you know what they actually say? I want to stream. Because I know that's something that's coming. But go to the groups that actually are into art and painting and say streaming media. Silence.
Well,
crickets.
That's the part I was bringing up. I'm not saying I have all the answers. I need for you to wrestle with the question, kind of. That's why I said to Mac, when you promote these videos, are you promoting these videos to regular, everyday folks? In which case, you have to make sure you present it to them in a way that's for everyday folks.
Yeah.
If you're presenting it to the people who know the software,
that's totally different.
Totally different than you, because otherwise, no one's going to know what iClone. The people who see the word, 95% are going to misinterpret what the word means.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. They're going to go like, "Is this about cloning?"
I tested with. I did this with Miko. I'm really into astronomy a lot, and that's my own personal thing. And I said, Miko, watch this. Here's the areas that you're going to do your postings and everything. And I said, now watch this. Go, because she's interested in it also. She said her daughter's way into it. She's giving me queries on stuff, and said, my daughter says she now knows you're in astronomy, so she has these questions about, what's the biggest star and all this kind of stuff. And I said, Mika, I want you to try something. Go do this. Post this about astronomy on your page, and you're going to do this once every so often, and just see what kind of responses you get. You're immediately going to run from that and go to your traditional responses that get a lot of people posting. I said, you have to understand that you actually are not trying to target that. You're trying to tell people, look what I'm interested in. And then you'll find this is, well, none of the people that follow me for my photography, my hosting, my reality shows, they don't care about astronomy no matter how much it means to me. I said, I would love to put that all over my page. It will be my own personal edification, that why I enjoy it. But then you'll see these clicks and postings where nobody cares. Now, I told her, now take what you just did. Go over to these astronomy groups, and then because of the transparency and that people can now come back via your Twitter and your Google Plus and your Facebook, introduce yourself, let them know, and then they'll link back to where your postings at Facebook, because you have, of course, already done that. It worked like a charm. So the issue is that people can't just post and say, hey, you know what? It's like having a hip hop concert in church. You say, well, why would you do it? So the part we're saying is you have to put in a little bit more. Who are you talking to? And that's appropriate. Just like they said, you can sit there all day long. How many jazz artists want to go perform opening acts at rap concerts? They can let everybody know they play jazz, but is it wise to do that? And will people receive you?
That's what we were saying, and that's why Victor was bringing it home, and all the examples are relevant. And then sometimes, again, like Max said, he was trying to hit the people who are interested in iClone videos. Yeah, then the title may be appropriate if you promote it to them.
Right.
But then I would say, did you go to the iClone site where they have the iClone user groups? Where everybody gathers? Did you go to the iClone places where all the tutorials are?
Right.
And did you interact in those forums? Remember, we would say you would then need to go to where those people are and promote to them.
Right.
But if you want to promote that to the general Facebook audience, you might take the same video and use a totally different metadata.
Right.
Right, to do that.
Yeah.
So you guys, it's been that kind of a day, first of all. We went long, like I said, waking up with you all. We wanted to give you the idea of what's coming up for the future, and more importantly, the whys, because we don't know exactly what we're doing. And PMC, you got it. Yeah, and no, Becca was the one who said, yes, you guys are going to be working any less. You're just going to be working on different stuff.
Right.
I said, yeah.
That's
no,
it.
we never work less. Even that, hey, you guys, that special week when we're off, that's why I try to fit in all the technical stuff in the studio, and Vic and I both through it.
Without boring you with a camera trying to follow it, because it would be kind of boring. It would be, honestly.
Totally. So some of the stuff we're going to work on, remember, I simply suggest that you take your time and sort through it. Like, for example, I will remind Mac, I know that in learning iClone that you had hours, absolutely hours, that you were trying to figure out stuff. I know, because I learned to work iClone, and I had hours. I'm only suggesting you spend a fraction of that time relative to the other topics. In other words, if you're willing to spend 8 hours working on iClone, spend an hour and a half working on metadata and your layout and stuff.
Now, you know what, Mac, and not to help you because you already know this, every question you use it in the form of the question you put at Google, and then go look at the responses, and it may lead you right to the answers you need, because I do that all the time. I take every question and post it in there and Google and search, and then I click down the links to see. Sometimes it's not going to be in the area of the interest and specificity that you need or require, but it will shrink the field of information where you can go pull from, because almost if you're in iClone, there are groups who have used iClone and they're at a different level. They're beginners. There's some who say, hey, look at the new update, the features. Here's where all the people are talking. So you can say, hey, I can't do this via YouTube. Well, then search that term to see if you get any answers. You may not.
And reach out to those folks.
So you end up getting, why LinkedIn is so good, they created these groups and forums to shrink down and say, this is our area, we'll bring you some answers. That's just one app, one location.
And notice we keep coming back to social media. Now, why? Because even though I'm not saying we're hitting home runs either, I'm telling you the data is clear. That's why I bring it to everybody. How many hours a day and how many days per week do you spend promoting your stuff? Everybody I ask that to, I'm getting answers that are 0.
Right.
So I go like, so you don't spend any time during the week promoting what you do.
Right.
Not 1 hour. Well, then you can work on that. In other words, what they're saying is, I would say, Mac, how many hours have you spent getting on the computer, going to the iClone forum and initiating conversations?
Yep.
You could go look at people's questions and say, I saw your question. I have a free 5-part animation series.
Right.
Now, here's what the studies have said. When you do that, almost every time those people will go.
Yes.
So you can increase your own hits one at a time.
Right.
So remember, you have to do those kinds of things. So that's why I say to all my people, because we're about to do it and give you the numbers. How many hours per week are you promoting what you're doing? And if your answer is like everybody else, which is 0, you're not. I'm doing nothing, Mario. I got a book. I don't talk about it to nobody.
Right.
I got music. I don't talk about to anybody.
Right.
I got a blog. I talk about it to nobody. Then you can see what you need to change. So you need to maybe have an hour. I tell people, can you do an hour a day, 5 days a week?
Right.
Can you do an hour a day, 3 days a week?
Right.
Knowing that full well you should be doing 3 hours a day, 7 days a week. But I won't say that. I won't say that. Is this your life or not? Okay. If so, you may want to spend 1 hour, 3 days a week working on only promoting what you do. And all of our books and references that we're getting is saying that if you're not doing that, you're not prioritizing your time correctly. What the book that I referenced before about promotion and marketing, one Bellingham, we said, he specifically comes out and says, you guys are misprioritizing your time. The way you're using your time, you probably need to flip-flop it. Do whatever you're spending the most on, most of you should become the least. And you should be spending all your other time over here. Okay? So remember that. Now, so again, thank you for tuning in for Morning Coffee. It's been that kind of thing into the season. For those of you who are feeling in a really fun kind of move, I've got a video that we're going to show you at the end of this.
Wait a minute. Mac want to know how to reach the dummies. Wait, I'm sorry. Mac, leave the dummies alone.
Yeah, because they ain't that. See, first of all, the dummies ain't doing iClone.
They're not going to help you.
The dummies are going to the iClone page and saying, screw this. I tell everybody, look up iClone. Look up iClone. Okay, let's just do it.
Wait a minute.
Look, it cracks me up.
I can't find the dummies. You know what, Mac?
There ain't no dummies
I'm
doing
iClone. I'm going to say this. So this is what Mac is making me think of. It's like you sit up there, I need to go find me a woman. Let me go walk the streets. I said, what street are you walking down? It all depends. You walking down Crenshaw Boulevard? You walking down Sunset? Or are you out in the woods where the finer women are like Becca? I said, so who do you want to find? I said, connect with Becca.
Exactly. Whatever you seeking, you just may. Hey, take a look, you guys, because this is why I like to tease Mac. Everybody look at this. So this is iClone, right? Let me just read you the description. iClone 5 is a real-time 3D animation tool. So they don't know what that means already. With digital actors, environments, visual effects, drag and drop editing, powerful physics, and Microsoft Kinect-ready motion capture. Designed for rapid production, creative education, and cost-effective pre-visualization. Who the hell knows what that means? And if you can read that, I'm sorry.
Mac does.
That equals techie.
Mac does.
So if you can read this, right, if you can read, so Mac sees this and goes, ooh, that's for me. You know what? Think about this, you guys, because I had to tease Mac. So Mac goes, ooh, look at this, you guys. 3D animation with CG, visualization tools, developer resources. Ooh, boy. I'm excited. Now, no offense, you guys. I would suggest that anyone who sees this and doesn't puke at the page is a techie. I'm sorry. Mac wants you to believe. Look at this.
I'm sorry, I can't take it.
Control virtual actors with your mouse. Oh, that ain't technical. That's like they got retarded children doing that.
Where's the dummies when I need them?
Right.
I need a dummy.
Right.
Let me go here.
Yeah, look at this. Content library. Oh, but yeah, I'm not a techie. No, yeah, he wants me to actually give him.
Wait a minute.
He actually wants us to feel sorry for him because he can't write metadata.
No, somebody's going like
Ain't that
this.
something?
You want to find some dummies? I can show you where some dummies at. Why are you picking the spots? I don't.
Right.
Oh,
Who in Dummyville wants to learn 3D animation?
You know what? My head. I think my head.
Look at back.
My
Back
hair's
nose.
going
See,
back.
Look at
My hair's going back.
nose. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Ain't that a bitch? Hey, but you know what, Mac? You know you could get known in Port Townsend and get a real following up there, though. You never. I don't know if he ever thought about that because he's got there's a in that community.
Right.
I bet you Mac could even be giving classes somewhere or something.
Oh man.
Yeah, because they got stuff, in that community. I said, you remember, sometimes we just have to change our thinking, our little perspective a
Hey,
little.
look, I'm waiting for Becca to turn on that camera with the woods shot. Little animals,
Light a
little
candle.
deer going across
right.
the way.
Becca light a
And
candle.
her kind of tumbling through the backwoods. I can't wait
Here
for
I
all
am.
that. I'm serious. Don't look for the dummies. Look for the beauty.
That's right. Here I sit. Becca go. All right. Well, anyway, I guess I made my point. See, I think y'all gifted. See, I went up there and hung out with Mac. Let me tell you something. Mac, this is an accomplished brother. And that's, learning more. And that's why. But on the other hand, I get it. He done paid his dues. He has paid his dues.
I know that.
So I don't feel like I had the right to bug Mac about a damn thing. He done paid his dues. If he want to do it, he want to do it. If he don't want to do it, he don't want to do it. I'm down with him, whatever he wants to do. So remember that. The whole thing is that I want you guys to be happy, and we will try as your support to help you. But I'm totally cool if you want to do less or more. I don't think it's our right to try to tell you. I just want to help you to realize the things that you want to do, because I think that's the beautiful thing about this journey. And every time we help and we get to see somebody get ahead with this, I get to feel like it's worth something.
I would click a title from Max saying I can't find the dummies. And don't give me no animation. Just give me you. And I will fall out laughing. I'm serious. I would die laughing.
Look at this. They even have training. Now, Mac got his training. Okay. So, Mac is, I want you to see the quandary Mike's in. So, I click training.
Right.
Here's iClone. Okay. This is the cloning page. The iClone training resource page. Y'all see the shit?
Oh, God.
Tutorials up to yin yang. You half of us can't understand the vocabulary. How to customize character motion 1.
Oh, God.
How to make physics animation soft body. I wanted hard body.
I'm telling you.
Facial animation, motion layer, and transitions.
Oh, boy.
Bake key motion. So Mac is gonna make this easier.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what I'm
telling
saying.
you.
Now, Mac's that way. Wait, you know what's so
God.
funny?
What
Don't
is
Mac
it?
kind of sound like me when I can make it easy for you shit? I used to
tease him all the time.
I can
I
show
used to
you.
say, I said, dude, you way above their head. So when Mario would want to do, he says, I'm going to slow it down. I said, wonder if your slowdown is still way up here. And I said, dude, you might as well just go to the guys who are progressive and really frontiering. Go to that community. They got you. Stop trying to slow it down. I said, your slowdown may be the mirror that it turns around and look in your face. It says, not even did you slow it down. You're actually talking to the wrong community who don't give a damn. Go to have that conversation with the groups you can spend time with. And I keep laughing. When he went through it for I don't know how long, I said, dude, you know what? You're way up here. You don't realize that you're way up here. Well, that's like Max saying, let me tell you guys about the Sorbonne in France. I said, oh, you mean, is it similar like going to the Watts Towers in Compton? Yeah, okay, I understand.
I did it too. It's like nuclear physics for dummies. Who signs up for that? I got nuclear physics for those of you. How to run your own
I can't take it.
nuclear fission.
Oh, God, I can't take it. Mike didn't realize that you're actually talking at this level.
But on the other
Even
hand,
though it may be dummies, they're still above
But if
everything.
he wants to
you
try
know.
to introduce the world of people out there to what's possible, see, there's a niche for that.
Right.
Mac, remember, and you go here too to the support, by the way, they have a support center and a forum. In the forum, you can go and get in conversations. Remember what we talked about, everybody, even Becca, PMC. I try to keep this simple concept. How many conversations do you start a day
Oh God.
about what you do? That's a simple number. They're talking about trying to get people to have 20 conversations in an hour about what you do,
Right.
and how many hours per day. So if you have 20 conversations per hour, 3 hours a day, they're saying that's 60 people a day. At the end of 5 days, do not be surprised if 300 people have visited your stuff.
Right.
This is what the numbers are showing. But what did it require you to do? To actually stop and go make contact with the people through social media. All right? All right, so now we got enough on Mac. The non-techie genius.
I'm sorry, I couldn't take it.
He's the poor,
I couldn't take
retarded
it.
genius child.
This right now, this is the part where this is a show. All Mac got to do is a video
Right,
of
of
what he's going
genius.
through, and I'd click that
See?
all day long. I
Yeah.
would.
And you know what makes me so mad?
What?
I was doing iClone,
I know.
and I ain't even had no time
And
to
when
go
he-
back to iClone. Mac done
And
passed
I-
me
and-
up on iClone. Mac kicked my butt on
Right,
iClone.
and when Mario was doing it, I was going like this. I actually slowed down and did this. I said, you know you could do this because you can learn it. I said, what does that have to do with transferring it over to what? And I said, well, Mike, he can keep doing it. Mario would come in and said, man, we can do all these characters. We can make them move their lips and do all this. I just sat there and went like this. I said, okay, transfer that over to what we're doing here. Streaming media. I left it alone, man. I said, that's not my lane. I knew it.
I went on to promise Victor that I would not waste his time with bringing him every kind of new software solution. I tried very hard to bring him the most minimal things because I did not want him to be subjected to my tech things.
Oh, it was funny.
Even though he did, along with me, test probably 3 or
Oh,
4
yeah.
Twitter clones. How many?
Right.
How many Twitter clones did
Oh
you
yeah,
test?
those are easy because the reason why it was easy, I already knew the philosophy. Social media says being sociable first, relationships. It's still people first. Everything is still people. It's always been
Well,
that.
that's where we
unless
have,
you're a developer.
Man, see, this shit is hard for me to you guys. Like, I ain't good at no but see, I got to do it too. See, that's why I don't have no sympathy for you. The reason why I have no sympathy for Mac and Becca is
Right.
I don't want to do it either. I don't want to get on there and have no conversations and shit. I want to stay in the closet like PMC.
I know,
Working
stay
on my
hooked
little
up.
shit. Just, I get it. None of us want to do it. So, you know, that's why I have no sympathy. Mac is retired.
Right.
So Mac, they get on your shit all the time.
Right.
Mac ain't got shit to do.
Right. He's
Mac can be
retired.
up there on Facebook talking all
To
day.
dolphins and seals.
Everything.
He even got bear conversations.
But Mac,
burning
Mac,
sticks
I
in the
defend
woods.
you. I defend you. I said, Mac is. You don't know what a busy. First of all, he has a bordello up there. He runs a whole house in Port Townsend. And so the reason why Mac is busy, y'all don't know how he's pimp Mac.
Yeah,
I
see?
know. I know about his other side, Reverend Al and all his alter egos. I know about Mac's undertakings up in Port Townsend.
Oh God, Lord.
So I know he's actually very busy every day. Becca too.
I can't take it.
Becca too. Don't be trying to ask what they doing all day. Y'all ain't telling what y'all doing all day.
See, it's
I
all
defend you, Becca and Mac.
right. Oh God, I can't take it. See, the part I love about this is that's why techies became popular, because you had these men and women who created these apps, these widgets, and they popularized them and said, we don't have to be social, just go use them. And I said, are we like that? I said,
Yeah.
no, we're not like that.
Right.
So there's media for them to make them social. We are social to use the media, and that changed everything for me. I said, I don't have to learn all the apps. All I have to do is go get the
Guys.
people and plug in their specialty, their expertise, reward, information, education, empowerment. It's about people first.
See,
it's always been
it
that.
is. And let me tell you something, y'all. I've been weird a while now. So I was actually already hiding from everybody. I was already hiding. People like, how you gonna do internet television if you ain't hiding?
Right.
I mean, if you hiding. Ain't nobody find Mario Hemsley.
So how you gonna do it?
People say, I ain't seen Mario Hemsley in 5 years. Does he go out?
right.
He's not seen out. He's not at any events. He's not at any functions. Where is Mario Hensley? We thought you were dead.
See?
Okay. So I get it. I ain't out either. So I'm not, but I'm just not being a hypocrite. I'm just saying I'm struggling with it.
Right.
I wasn't out there being all social chit chat
Right.
all over. I wasn't chatting with no damn body.
That's right.
I get it. But so what? We got to do something. I told Vic I'll do my best.
Yep.
And then the whole thing is that I was using Vic as my excuse.
And I knew it because
I told him he
just-
knew I was nutty. I said,
I just sat there and said, if the techies have created a new billionaire corridor of a stream of billionaires and millionaires being successful, you don't leave them alone. Just know what you do. And I start laughing. I start saying, it's going to come and get Mario. So I would just sit there. I got friends just like Mario. I said, you can sit there.
Go
I
look
said,
at my
it's
Facebook.
coming. The social part of the media is going to require you to be social, and you can't avoid it.
I'm
so
weak.
that's what's happening.
I am weak. I'm just better than Mac. I'm weak. I do one-way conversations just like Mac.
See?
One way. Even at least PMC do two-way conversations. PMC at least has a conversation back and forth.
That's why I'm
Mac
laughing.
and I just put a
Yeah, just
blast.
go-
Mac
you-
and I do announcements.
Right, you do
We
announcements.
do announcements.
And go have
We
a
don't-
beer.
Right, we don't
And go
we
have
don't
a beer.
Talk, we don't talk
maybe
to
a little
nobody.
maybe I don't know.
Right,
Mac
Mac-
claims he doesn't, but I don't know.
I say I'm guilty, and let me tell you something, Mac. People who know me, they tired of that shit. They're like, Mario ain't in conversation with nobody.
Right.
He's over there on Facebook just posting shit. So, Mac, so I admit, but see, I was like, well, hell, I was a recluse. I dropped out from having all the party. I dropped out from L.A. Hollywood. I was tired of all that life. So now I got to get back in social media. I was like, shit.
Because it's
I just
easy.
got out of this shit.
It's easy to let the apps replace what you call your form of social. And you think it will do it for you. It cannot do it for you. You think you. I said, watch this.
You can't-
I said,
I know.
go look at your postings. And if your friends and your associations know you, they won't let the app define you. They'll say, that's the person
So-
I know. And they will comment, post behind. But if you're not getting anything, I say it's either a disconnect or the people you've isolated yourself from, and you're getting the results of you being social. And I laugh because I'm going, it's coming to get you, Mac.
Well, so that's what they said
coming to
about
get
Mac.
you.
Mac, no offense. That's why I was trying to defend you because I'm guilty. So Mac, they go. So Mac puts these postings, but what the hell does this mean?
That's
Nobody
what-
knows what the shit this means. What does this mean? Ugly buggy booty booty I clone the chicka baka baka. They're like, I don't know what the shit that means. Now see, Mac, that's why I'm with you. Cause see, I've been hiding too.
Right.
Yeah, you know, they
You
be like,
can't.
how can you be on a show every week and not return no messages? That's what they tell me, Mac. They say, how you gonna be on a show every week and return no messages? Nothing. Don't talk to nobody. And you on a show.
Right.
They don't get it. Isn't that sort of a conflict?
Yeah.
In other words, I'm saying I am conflicted, but I got Vic.
That's right.
I got Mac.
And I got
Now, Mac-
butterflies.
Hey, Mac, who
Man.
you got? See? Hey, Becca, it's real. I got Mac.
Right.
I got Vic.
Yep.
I got Miko. Who the shit y'all got?
Yeah.
Y'all better recruit some.
That's what they call being
Becca said,
social.
Hey, that's what I said. You got to
Everybody doesn't have to be it.
Hey, Mac can go up there and find
I'm
some
serious.
women in Port Townsend. He should be recruiting.
But wait a minute.
He should be down at the dispensary
Didn't you visit him?
recruiting.
Didn't you visit
But I
him?
didn't go up to Port Townsend.
Y'all
We
didn't bring any videos back or any
I
women
did.
pictures
I brought the pictures. Man, we showed the video.
of women.
Oh, no.
Okay, see, both of y'all are full of
We
it.
didn't see no.
See, what they did is they went to be social, and they kept the goody stuff off the camera. Pimps.
Obviously, we need some work. I'm just trying to let y'all know I'm right there with you. So I'm just Mario confessed. Don't come throwing shit back in my face. I said I was having one-way conversation. I'm working on it. I'm not the worst. I'm better than Mac. Mac is the worst right now.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I
Mac is
can't
the
take it.
worst. And
My
I'm
head
right
hurts.
down there. PMC has two-way conversations.
Oh God.
Miko has two-way conversations. Becca has Becca, don't be jaded like us. Becca, go out there and get started having conversations with people.
Yes, it is. This is exhaling. I know it's exhaling. Wait a minute. When you said the show last night, actually, you guys, we were thinking about not doing the show.
We
this
weren't gonna
morning.
do it. I see
and
it.
I actually sit there and say, I already know that I'm gonna sit back and start talking about certain things because I say you just can't avoid it, and it's gonna pop up and you're gonna run with it. So here it is. We're gonna do a half-hour show.
We did a 90
How long has it been since?
We're about to get off.
That's my point. And I said, why? Watch what comes.
I just wanted to be able to tell everybody. I felt compelled to give you all an explanation. You know what was going on. That's all. You know.
I'm
And
making
then,
the
of
call.
course,
I'm making
it
it.
gave us a chance to mess with people.
I can't wait to make the call.
We got Mac good this time. We got him good.
Right.
TMC say I'm gonna stay out of this.
He's married. You don't have to worry about it. His wife go like this. I don't care what those two men say to you.
Fill up the garbage.
You are my husband, and you're going to do what I want you to do. So PMC got a legitimate out. Now, Mac,
PMC's shoveling
we
snow.
don't have it.
He's out there clearing the driveway. Philip, come clear the driveway. There's too much snow, Philip. All right, y'all. Goodbye. Look for the other stuff, the notices.
Yep.
Hey, I told you I had a video I wanted to play for you guys. I think you guys will like it.
Oh, yeah.
On the way out, so we're going to try to do that.
Double H.
There's no more way.
Double H.